This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Hello and welcome. You have tuned into Headlines now with me, Linda Hercules. Before we move into all the stories in detail, let's take a quick look at the top headlines. Tamil Nadu moves the Supreme Court against Karnataka for its share of water off the Kaveri River, says 9,000 cusecs of water is not enough. Union Minister M.K. Aragiri's son Duraidayanathy has been refused bail by the Madras High Court in the illegal mining case. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha charges her arch-rival and DMK Chief M. Karunanidhi with adopting double standards on the FDI issue. After the withdrawal of Trinamool Congress, Congress President Sonia Gandhi says both the SP and the BSP have reiterated to offer their outside support. Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra Ajit Pawar offers to resign over allegations of an irrigation scam. Flood situation in Assam worsens after Brahmaputra waters breached danger level affecting 15 lakh people in 15 districts. 2 students arrested for kidnapping and killing 5-year-old kid with an aim of getting 5 lakhs as ransom to afford a motorbike. Power Minister Veerappa Moily says that bailout packages for state electricity boards will be provided on basis of performance. And Bollywood actress and newly appointed Indian Ambassador Aishwarya Rai Bachchan lends her voice to help fight HIV/AIDS. News in detail. Tamil Nadu has moved the Supreme Court against Karnataka for its share of water off the Kaveri River, saying that 9,000 cusecs of water was just not enough. Karnataka Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar had walked out of a recent meeting chaired by the Prime Minister over Kaveri water sharing. The Kaveri River Authority had asked Karnataka to release 9,000 cusecs of water per day to Tamil Nadu. The meeting held on the 9th of this month had failed to produce a solution, with both the states rejecting Singh's award. Moving on, Union Minister M.K. Aragiri's son has been refused bail by the Madras High Court. Duraidayanathy has been absconding for a month after a firm closely linked to him was declared guilty of illegal mining near Madurai. Airport officials have been warned to look out for him to prevent him from leaving the country.
கிரானைட் வழக்கு சம்பந்தமாக முன்னாள் துணை இயக்குனர் சண்முகவேல் அவருடைய பிணை மனுவும் மற்ற ஒலிம்பஸ் கிரானைட்ஸ் மற்றும் சிந்து கிரானைட்ஸ்க்கான டைரக்டர்களுடைய முன்ஜாமீன் மனுவும் இன்று தீர்ப்பு சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. முன்ஜாமீன் மனுவில் பி.கே. செல்வராஜனுடைய மனைவி ஸ்ரீமதி சாந்தி செல்வராஜுக்கு முன்ஜாமீன் கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. மற்ற அனைவருக்கும் பிணை மனுவும் முன்ஜாமீன் மனுவும் தள்ளுபடி செய்யப்பட்டுவிட்டது. தீர்ப்பு நகல் இன்னும் கிடைக்கப்பெறவில்லை. தீர்ப்பு நகல் கிடைத்தவுடன் அடுத்த கட்ட நடவடிக்கைகளை பற்றி யோசிப்போம்.
Amid anti-nuclear protests by villagers, the Atomic Energy Chairman R.K. Sinha said that the first unit of the Kudankulam nuclear plant is likely to become operational by next year. He said that the fuel loading at the unit is in process and is likely to be completed in the next few months. Last week, the Atomic Energy Regulatory Board gave its approval for the loading of enriched uranium fuel into the first unit of the plant, built with Russian collaboration. Sinha further said that the second unit is expected to be ready as per schedule, adding that land acquisition and public acceptance were 2 challenges that needed to be addressed. The reverberations still carried till Chennai as protests broke out against the fuel loading at the Kudankulam plant. Activists stepped up the demand for a complete shutdown of the nuclear plant and called for withdrawing police forces in the villages surrounding the plant. President of the Anti-Kudankulam Committee said that only 6 out of the 17 safety measures recommended by the NPCL have been implemented so far. Yesterday, as many as 35 members of the Periyar Dravidar Kazhagam were arrested when they were on their way to Kudankulam holding the skulls, demanding the closure of the nuclear plant. They also demanded withdrawal of the cases filed against the local people who protested.
We feel that this is the government's continuous apathy on people wellness and continuous anti-people policy. Recently we have seen so many FDA approval in many media and retail sectors, everything. Everything shows the government's anti-people policy.
Over to news from the city. Early this morning, Tambaram woke up to a cold-blooded murder. AIADMK Panchayat President Manika Vakam was hacked to death by an armed group of 5 men wielding sickles and logs in full public view. Our crime correspondent Salim has more on this.
The victim Purushothaman, who was hacked to death this morning, has 4 cases pending against him, 3 murder cases and 1 robbery cases. And in fact, the police also do tell us that the accused person in this case has 11 cases pending against him, several murder cases and several robbery cases. Daily, the victim used to come here to this tea stall to have tea. And the accused persons has watched his movements closely, and in fact this morning they arrived in a car. Some say it's a 3-member gang, some say it's a 5-member gang. They pulled out their deadly weapons and hacked him to death. In fact, the victim tried to run away from the spot, and that is the scene of crime. The scene of crime is just behind the Oteri police station, but the accused person managed to hack the victim to death. And in fact, the police have moved the body to the Chengalpattu Government Hospital for a post-mortem examination. 4 special teams have been formed, and the police say, as far as the sources are concerned, they say some land-related dispute is the cause of crime, and they have formed 4 special teams to nab the accused person. Already, the police have made some arrest in this case.
Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha charged her arch-rival and DMK Chief M. Karunanidhi with adopting double standards on the FDI issue. She alleged that by assuring DMK's support to the UPA in the wake of it approving FDI, he had extended his support to it. She further said that though he had extended the DMK's support to the 20th September Bandh called by opposition parties, the party maintained silence that day, adding that he had, however, claimed that thousands of shops had down shutters to create an image as if DMK participated in the protest. This was another instance of his double standards, Jayalalitha said, accusing him of adopting similar tactics on the Kaveri issue and the Kudamkulam nuclear power project. Moving on, at the Congress Working Committee meeting, Party President Sonia Gandhi adopted an aggressive stance by sending a strong message backing Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's recent economic policy decisions. A combative Sonia said that there was no threat to the UPA government, while blaming the BJP for playing negative politics over the reforms. She added that the need of the hour was to improve the economy. The Congress president pointed out that even though the Trinamool Congress had withdrawn its support from the UPA, 2 Uttar Pradesh-based parties, the Samajwadi Party and the BSP, have reiterated their outside support.
देश की इकोनॉमी को सुधारना बहुत जरूरी कदम है। सरकार ने उस दिशा में शुरुआत की है। उन्होंने कहा, हमें इस बात की चिंता थी कि दुनिया भर में जो आर्थिक मंदी का दौर है, उससे हमारा देश प्रभावित न हो। पहले भी ऐसी स्थितियां दुनिया में आई हैं, लेकिन हम अपनी नीतियों के कारण उस प्रभाव से बच गए। रुपए की कीमत जिस तरह से घट रही थी, जिस तरह से इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ रहा था, उसको रोकना बहुत जरूरी था।
The BJP reiterated that it was against anti-people reforms, even as it criticized the government for introducing economic reforms and rising corruption. BJP leader Prakash Javadkar said that the common man is bound to suffer due to the retail reforms.
We are not in favor of anti-people reforms, like the reforms unleashed by this Manmohan Singh government. The people are already suffering because of the price rise for the last 5 years, and instead of helping them out, the government has added insult to their injury. So what they have done is increase the prices. So we don't think these as reforms, and so we are not in favor of such anti-people measures.
जनता की अब समझ में यह बात आने लगी है कि विदेशी पूंजी निवेश यदि भारत में फुटकर व्यापार में होता है, कृषि क्षेत्र में विदेशी पूंजी निवेश होता है, तो उसका खामियाजा किसानों को, व्यापारियों को किस हद तक भुगतना पड़ेगा। हालात कुछ उसी प्रकार के बनते जा रहे हैं जैसे ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी बाहर से आई थी और फिर भारत को पूरी तरह से गुलाम बना लिया। वैसे ही हालात इस हिंदुस्तान में यह कांग्रेस पार्टी पैदा करना चाहती है, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी चूंकि इस हिंदुस्तान की प्रमुख प्रतिपक्षी पार्टी है, जो संसद के दोनों सदनों में अपनी भूमिका निभा रही है, ऐसे हालात हिंदुस्तान में नहीं पैदा होने देगी।
Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra Ajit Pawar has offered to resign over allegations of an irrigation scam. Mr. Pawar belongs to the Nationalist Congress Party headed by his uncle Sharad Pawar, who is the Union Agriculture Minister. The NCP co-governs Maharashtra with the Congress and is also a member of the UPA coalition. The irrigation scam has been at the core of tension between the two partners recently. Mr. Pawar's party has been livid ever since Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan of the Congress declared that his government will present a white paper on what the state had spent on irrigation in the last 10 years. This comes amidst opposition allegations that Maharashtra has spent over crores in that period, but added only 0.1% to the area under irrigation. Mr. Pawar was the state's water resource minister for a chunk of the period.
आज मुंबई में महाराष्ट्र के उप मुख्यमंत्री और एनसीपी के पार्टी के विधानसभा में जो हमारे नेता हैं श्री अजीत पवार, उन्होंने अपना त्यागपत्र महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री को प्रेषित किया है और ये इस्तीफा मंजूर किया जाए, ये उनका आग्रह है। इस इस्तीफे देने की पेशकश श्री अजीत पवार ने पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष शरद पवार जी से की और उनकी स्वीकृति मिलने के पश्चात ये इस्तीफा आज उन्होंने सादर किया है।
Somebody is accepting the and is ready for accountability and accepting the responsibility. This is good. He should not take back his resignation. A and B. Now the scam which is in wide open and which questions all fundamentals of logic that I have invested thousands of crores and have produced really nothing as far as the increased irrigation potential is concerned. If that is true, the so-called white paper has not still come. We'll demand with the Chief Minister that it should come early and necessary action and the inquiry must be launched immediately.
Stay with us as we go through more national stories right after a short break.